All right, 6 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side this beautiful Friday morning. All right, it is the 7th. All right, it is the 17th day in the month of October 2025. Top of the morning to you. Time they say waits for no one. Time waits for no one is your target. The resolution you actually set yourself January 1 of this year. I'm not here to pressure anyone. Please don't get it twisted. I still think that there is still time actually for you to put all those dreams out. And at the end of the day, you might get burnt in the process. might get burnt in the process. So please think about it and do something really fast about those targets of you. So please think about it and do something really fast about those targets of yours. All right, this is the Eagles Morning Rise Breakfast, intimating you on 10 things that you need to know this Friday morning. And of course, you know, the ice or the icing on the cake would be the pages where we get to look at the front pages of nine. The cake would be the pages where we get to look at the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. You know, of us, somewhat what to expect. No, of us. Somewhat what to expect this morning. I mean, a lot is going on at this point in time. For those who are not inclined with politics, for those who are not, inclined with politics, for those who are not, interested in talking politics, well, you probably love sports, right? So you should pitch your tent with Vicky Vic at the 8 o'clock hour on Sports on Eagles. Equally an audience participatory program where sport lovers call into also club matches and all of that. All right, so that's actually built for the 8 o'clock hour this morning. And of course at 9 a.m. this morning, another interesting conversation. Of course at 9 a.m. this morning, another interesting conversation will be hitting the airwaves. I mean, yesterday, the INEC is right here in the studio for the electoral umpire to put it act together, especially as we anticipate, the 2027 general elections, from issues around accountability mechanisms, to logistics, to proper utilization of funds, ensuring the integrity of security agencies to intimidate voters on election day, and at all of these issues amongst others, at the 9 o'clock hour. And I would be joined by a public affairs analyst, the National Secretary Coalition of United Political Parties, High Chief Peter Ame. The duo of these gentlemen will be joining me at the 9 o'clock hour to look very critically at the task ahead for the INEC chairman, Professor Joash Ojo-Amopitan, SAN. All right, now that would take us through to the 10 o'clock hour. What was formerly the Media Extra, now the General Open Banter. Myself and my co-discussants it's always a jolly ride. So I'm not going to let you in on the topic just yet. I'm just hoping that I'm able to keep you on the edges of your seat up until that time. And that will take us through to the 11 o'clock hour, where we'll be giving you, the latest update as far as the nation's capital is concerned. Up until the 12 o'clock hour mark, I would be handing over to Udwag, Daniel, and Cassie, to take you through the Sunnyside show. And of course, more shows build to come your way today on here. My name is Deve. On our good morning, welcome on board. This is Eagles Morning Rise Breakfast Show. And oh, come on, by the way, if you're just entering the nation's capital, welcome on board. This is just where you need to be. I don't know how just to make your stay in the nation's capital. This is, take advantage of our social media, platforms where we are, offering a variety of, entertainment, shows, programs, and anything good you can think of. On Facebook, for example, you need to subscribe first of all, because it's very important. I think that is what will make you, a full-fledged, family member. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, like and follow the Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, formerly Twitter. All of these social media, handles or platforms at Eagles FM Abuja. And you also need to visit our website at www.eaglesfm.com. On our website, you get to, see the breaking news stories. Before we even talk about them on radio, you get to read the stories for yourself first. You need to hear the news first. And we do maltreatment by ensure Antonio Guterres. Poverty is not an human right. Now, the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty, which is today on the social respect and the effort for families with a goal, put the first behind build on families facing and punitive practices. This is meant to help clinics, child protection, single poverty driven families and parents. Right. Well, in Nigeria, it is no longer news. The rate is because relative, and that's why I have to say it is quite exactly. Let us take the theme for this year very seriously. Let's see we end social and institutional maltreatment by ensuring respect and effective support for families. The chairman of the INEC, the confirmation of our motion followed a session by lawmakers that the is not constituted by and moving away from that one, the federal district erected directly under high tension electricity lines and across stream channels, posing serious safety and environmental risks. Now, dear listener, in order for you not to be a victim of this, demolition exercise across the nation's capital, we have a show. All right, we have a program that is built for Thursday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. It is the National Town Planners Program with your regular host, Olubumi Ruben. On that show, they share insights with you. They bring experts on board to help you analyze all of these issues. Where to buy a plot of land in the nation's capital, what you need to consider before even acquiring a plot of land, the do's and don'ts, ensuring that the landed, the documents rather, are genuine and they are with the approval of not just the FCTA, the FCDA, and other relevant stakeholders, involved when it comes to land acquisition and property development in Abuja. So please, it's really heartbreaking when people lament that, their properties have been, demolished, probably because they violated, the land rules or act. And in Zamfara State on Thursday, the incident occurred when joint security operatives comprising officers from the Nigeria Police Force and members of the Zamfara State Community Protection Guards were responding to a distress call at Tungawa village in Safe local government area. And the fifth report circulating in some newspapers and online platforms suggesting that the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board into tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Now, in a press release issued on Thursday, the Minister of Education, Maruf Tunji Alausa, described the claim as false, baseless, and did not originate from the Federal Ministry of Education. Away from that one, members of a joint task force in a combined operation involving hunters and vigilantes arrested 2 injured bandits and their doctors, setting their camps ablaze in the Aherin Bunu community in Kababunu local government area of Kogi. The Oyo State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of a man, Lawal Farouk, who allegedly set fire to his ex-lover after their relationship went sour. Now, it was learnt on Thursday that the incident happened at a military barracks in Ibadan, the state capital. A counterinsurgency expert, Zagazola Makama, who shared details of the incident on X, disclosed that the suspect claimed he and the victim had taken an oath never to separate. You took an oath never to separate, never to go separate ways, but you set your ex-lover on fire. Automatically, you're separated. But the good thing is this man has been arrested, because what exactly inspired that thought, that act in the first place? We move away from that one now, where the Federal High Court in Abuja has convicted 59 suspects arrested during a police raid on a building in the Jahi area of Abuja on November 3rd of 2024. Now, no fewer than 3 persons are feared killed and crushed 3 tricycles in the Igbeamene bus stop near Opiweka along the Onitsha-Owerri Expressway on Thursday. It was also gathered that the incident angered residents and motorists who made a bonfire to protest the government's inability to fix the very deplorable road. Well, media souls, rest in peace if it's been confirmed, because now they say these people, 3 of them, are feared killed. Now, lastly, the ruling All Progressives Congress on Thursday gained another 50 to its fold. Kombowe, who represent Bayelsa Central Senatorial District, announced this defection in a letter addressed to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and read at plenary before the close of the day's session. Well, dear listener, there you have it on 10 things that you need to know this Friday morning. Now, very quickly, let us take a look at the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. It's going to be a smart read, and we're starting off with the Vanguard newspaper. INEC taking the lead now. In my time, losers will congratulate winners. This statement is credited to the new INEC chairman, Professor Amopiton. Gets Senate confirmation as INEC chairman, promises to work with NIMC, NCC, others to improve polls. I will audit IREV to identify glitches that undermined 2023 elections. Says he was never in Tinubu's election legal team. Electoral Act amendment suffers setback. All of that on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Users rapid data depletion threatens telecom sector growth. Users rapid data depletion threatens telecom sector growth. Now, sector's $1 billion gain at risk. Subscribers accuse telcos of manipulations, threaten class action. And the last writer says telcos dismiss allegation as baseless. Details on page 14. Rivers revokes 134 billion naira contract awarded by IBAS. Orders refund. You find that one on page 12. Moving on to page 9, 2027 is the kicker. APC moles have taken over INEC. Scribe cries out. All right, that's on page 9. Why we have not released inmates pardoned by Tinubu. Why we have not released inmates pardoned by Tinubu, the Attorney General of the Federation talking there. That's on page 2. Suicide takes center stage as Vanguard's third mental health summit holds today. All right, that's on page 7. And then presidential pardon is the kicker. Macaulay shouldn't have been lumped with ex-convicts. This is coming from the family. That's on page 10. And National Grid loses 4,091 megawatts per hour in September. You'll find details on page 19. And the lone spot story here you'll find on page 30 says 2026 World Cup playoffs. 14 billion naira windfall from FIFA awaits NFF if I'll leave Vicky Vic to do justice to that one. And away from the Vanguard newspaper to the Daily Trust. Decision on clemency not final. This is coming from the federal government. You find details on the front page. It continues right on page 3. And then Senate confirms Amopiton as INEC chairman. Details on page 4. Ulama rejects Christians' genocide claim. Details on page 6. 3-year-old baby raped, murdered in Jigawa. Now, this is about the most bizarre thing I'm hearing today. 3-year-old baby raped and murdered in Jigawa. This is a very, very sad one, honestly, but you'll find details on page 21. Now, killings continue despite truce in Gaza. That is actually off, shore or outside the shores of Nigeria. That's on page 30 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Troops arrest wounded bandits, destroy camps in Kogi. You find that one on page 30, page 18, and then 2026 Hajj. Saudi Arabia slashes Nigeria's slots to 66,910. All right, why our governors are defecting? This is coming from the People's Democratic Party. I mean, some explanation right there. That's on page 12, and I'll leave it there for the Daily Trust newspaper. Now, let's take a look at the Nigerian Tribune newspaper very quickly. My agenda for INEC. This is coming from the new INEC chairman, Professor Amo Piton. As Senate confirms his nomination, says improvement of logistics, Electoral Offences Commission imperative, speaks on beavers, IREV may consider drones for logistics. Credible elections will promote public confidence, he declares. All of that on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Nnamdi Kanu's ailment not life-threatening, fit to stand trial, NMA tells court. You find that one on page 22. And PDP unshaken by defections, ready for landmark convention in Ibadan. Fintiri talking there. Court reaffirms order on parties not to take any step on PDP convention. You find details on page 5 this morning. Ekiti has enjoyed rapid economic growth in 3 years. This statement is credited to Oyebanji. Names new school after former speaker Afuye. Minority leader dumps SDP for APC. All right, the defection or wave of defection continues. That's on page 22, by the way. Presidential prerogative of mercy at review stage, not final. This is coming from the AGF. Details on page 6. Rivers government cancels 134 billion naira secretariat reconstruction contract awarded by IBAZ. Details on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. And I'll leave it there this morning for the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. The Guardian newspaper is up next. More music, less manifesto. How praise singers override party agenda. Scorecards at rallies. That's a big story you would find on pages 4 and 5. And you see the cartoon or the photograph backing up that headline is one that speaks over 1 million words. All right. I'm seeing on your mandate we shall stand. I'll just leave it there. But if you're watching us live on YouTube and Facebook, I'm very sure that you see a spread of the Guardian newspaper, so you can just do with it whatever you may. That's a big story once again, and you find details on pages 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Heavy reliance on oil, domestic debt expose Nigeria to financial risks, IMF warns. That's on page 6. Defections, legal disputes rock PDP as APC governors project strength and unity in Kebbi. That's on page 6 as well. Moving on to page 7, presidential pardon under review, says AGF as Makaule's family pushes back. All right, World Food Day, which was yesterday, by the way. Federal government tasked on support for local farmers and equitable distribution. Details on page 7. NMA says Kanu fit for trial as Ohaneze group advocate dialogue. You find details on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Obi, Wike trade words over 2027 presidency and capacity to lead. You find details on page 29. And aviation experts kick as Kalu accuses pilots of smoking marijuana. Okay. That's a lot, You find details on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. I'll leave it there. Let's take a quick look at the Punch. Under pressure, Tinubu may drop controversial names for pardon list from pardon list. AGF probes presidential pardon list after NDLEA, ICPC, police allege name smuggling by committee. All right, you find details on page 2. That's a very strong allegation right there. All right, INEC to review lecturers' roles as Senate confirms Amo Piton. You find details on page 2. And bandits kill 5 policemen, 3 guards in Zamfara. A very sad one right there. You find details on page 42. PDP crisis still taking the lead. Court freezes convention plans. That's on page 43. Nigeria missing as IMF lists Africa's fastest growing economies. So Nigeria is not on the list of Africa's fastest growing economies. Yet the federal government is saying that we're on the right path. We're on track when it comes to, the economic policies and reforms of this administration. So I don't know, the stand of the IMF is kind of, contradicting what the federal government is reporting right here. So who should we believe? The report of the IMF or that of the federal government here. Anyways, that's on page 29. I'm sure you would have a good read on that one. Bure taunt Oti-led Labour Party faction over infighting. Details on page 7. Military declares war on new terror group Wulo Wulo. I'll take that again. Military declares war on new terror group Wulo Wulo. That's a new terror group, and the name is Wulo Wulo. Oh, okay. So many groups are, emerging almost every now and then from the. There are so many of them actually, but you'll find details of this story on page 43 of the Punch newspaper. So I'll leave it there very quickly, and I think that's just going to be about the size of the headlines that will be taken across Nigerian newspapers this morning, because even the Nation newspaper is also comparing notes, with other national dailies. I see INEC chairman Amopiton still taking the lead, with all of the promises that he has made, especially now that he is now the INEC chair. So I'll just leave you, dear listener, to gear up. Get your phones on standby and make sure that you have enough airtime, because we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, the studio lines will be open for you to call in to share your thoughts as to what you make of these blazing headlines. Remember to grab a copy of any of these national dailies to read through to get concrete details of the reviewed headlines, and of course other headlines that we could not touch because of time. So let's quickly go pay these bills. When we return, it'll be time for you to lend your voice. Do join us again.
What is it that they told you?
Chai, it don't happen oh.
Oga Shike, wetin happen?
Now this my Abuja Home Limited oh. The ogbonge real estate company, where they reliable, where they support small man.
My Abuja Home Limited?
Yes oh. They don't they sell their out of old title estate land for Karishi for cheap amounts.
Karishi bawo? This our Karishi. Where for Karishi sef?
Just opposite the Navy Phase 2 estate, you could see their land back for their discount pre-lot price. Their 400 square meter plot of land now just 4.9 million naira, while their 200 square meter plot now just 3 million naira only.
Hey, Oga Shike, this na the best deal bros for land wey get correct title document oh.
My brother, as I read my Abuja home office like this, I buy 4 plots at one bam. The one wey bust my head finish now say you feel they pay small and then show me their out of full title certificate from Najis. My brother, but hurry oh, now only 37 plots they the estate though.
Morire Oga Shike, abeg give me their number.
Yes, you fit call their number for 0808 8837 426. The number again 0808 8837 426. Abi you fit call this other number 0808 27 23824. The number again 0808 27 23824. Or you fit visit their website for www.myabujahome.com.
Hello, I want to buy land oh. Buy or talking?
Buy yours, I don't show you will. My Abuja Home, live the life.
My country people, time don't come again oh. Now the 20th Abuja International Trade Fair. The 20th Abuja International Trade Fair from 25 September go reach the 6th of October 2025. Brother, sister, oya run kia. Go book your space for the 20th Abuja International Trade Fair. The venue na the Abuja Trade and Convention Center beside ShopRite, Airport Road, Abuja. Your business na we business oh. Come make we join hand promote am for inside the 20th Abuja International Trade Fair. Oga Madam, marketing manager, business owner, carry all your kaya come make you for sell and finish for inside the Abuja International Trade Fair. For further information, call 0813-633-5182 or 0703-317-1592. Go to the website www.aitf.accinigeria.com. Abuja International Trade Fair. Na Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, na organize am.
Abuja. Get ready for the move of God as Christ Embassy Abuja Zone 1 invites you to a night of the spiritual tag Pneumaticus Night with Pastor Enoch Wama. Date is Friday, 7th November 2025 at Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Time 8 p.m. Don't miss this night of the Spirit. Prayer, worship, miracles, impartation of grace, and demonstration of the power of God. There will be buses in all major bus stops and locations. For more enquiries, call the number 0704 450 9567 or 0808 825 5790. Get ready. One word from God will change your life forever. Powered by Christ Embassy Abuja Zone 1.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All right, we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. The studio numbers to call are 09073530044 or 09087668888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 0909705 44 and 50. Let's get a conversation started already. Remember that false claims would not be accommodated on here. No use of vulgar or obscene language. Stick to the headlines making the rounds this morning. Do not forget to turn down the volume of your radio set so we can hear ourselves loudly and clearly. All right, we've got a first caller on the line this morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, my queen, Omefe, God bless you. This is Dr. Prince on the line. Happy weekend.
I wish you the very same.
My radio Buddhism.
He's fine, thank you. Where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Karima Usual.
All right, please go ahead.
Anyway, this issue of defection is mitigating action against the political stability, the social and also economic, standardization of this country. If I'm to suggest, the enactment of law is supposed to be possible. When somebody has gotten an office through one political party, politically, it is going to be a dangerous thing for the person, whether a mimic or for him or her to defect. Whenever somebody is going to defect, let him abandon what we call our words. Let him call the position that he has, acquired through one party. So that there must be political stability.
All right.
Not so that there must be social companionship, because what is definitely this country is political party and also politicians. God overblessed this country, has overblessed this country, both natural and also human resources, but we are using our hands to scatter, to devour this great nation. Who is going to save Nigeria again? Understand me? Enough is enough. People that have gotten independent from, along with, have gone 200 million miles away ahead of Nigeria. But every time I put it to work there, chasing and shadow because of politics, because of politics of indecision, politics of jingoism, politics of economy, politics of nepotism, locality, and also sentimentality. Can't we be tired? So that Nigeria is going to resuscitate, so that there must be a new piece of transformation.
All right, Dr. Prince Ike.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's keep it very brief. All right. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Apostle.
Apostle from Apo.
Right. Good to have you.
Yes. Another group of what do you call it? I couldn't pronounce the name very well. Coming up, it's a sign that. Yes, it's a sign that we are not handling the issue the way it's supposed to be. And even all those people, the law enforcement agency have apprehended and took them to court, and the court that have that right to sentence them to death or whatever, that they will keep the law. I don't think that this another group will be coming up. But it's because they saw it that tomorrow one governor or the state presidential pardon will come and release them. See Tom Polo, a militant, donating 10 billion naira. It's a sign that we have law in this country, but we are not people, drug bandits, and all those that took people's lives. They said they have pardoned them, and we still have insecurity. But the first policeman was killed in Zamfara. Is it yesterday or the day before yesterday? But we are engaged in pardoning people that are doing those nonsense. We have to change from this this menace. Another thing is that another one I want to say on my face is these governors that are defecting here and there. Let the mandate the mandate of the party should not be going with them. Had it been they will release the mandate. Because the day the state voted for him, they voted for the party. They did not voted for him in particular. That's my own take this morning, Omoife. God bless you for the updates you are giving to us. And my name remains Apostle Osola, aka Wokenenwe. God bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your contribution. Now, you actually spoke to a number of issues. And first of all, Tom Polo actually didn't just donate money for some political reasons. As we've been made to understand, he donated 10 billion naira to support Delta Security Drive. All right. And we know that he's got some security, service that he's running right there in Delta State to protect, the waterways and, of course, the exploration of oil in that region. And also, you also talked about the presidential pardon that's been granted to some offenders, but the AGF is saying that it is still under review. All right, so the final decision hasn't been made yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed, especially now that NDLEA and ICPC are probing claims of some of the allegations and claims, just like you've rightly mentioned. So let's just keep our fingers crossed in that regards to see the outcome. Hello, good morning to you, Abdul.
Morning, Omoife. This is Abdul calling from Suleja, Niger State.
Right, good to have you.
Good morning to all the listeners and followers on this beautiful radio.
Right.
Omoife,
yes.
Congratulations to the INEC chairman.
Right.
But what I want to say to the INEC chairman is that do the right thing. INEC chairman, do the right thing. Omoife, the presidential pardon, Landa, they are going to investigate those people that they gave pardons. It's a good one. Maybe some of them don't deserve it. Look at in our Suleja prison here, there is a woman that said that woman spent almost 25 years in prison. I think her name is Esther or Mary, I can't remember. You see, she's there for long. People like that, they are supposed to pardon them also, but they didn't pardon them. Maybe it's the state governor that will do that. I'm using this forum now to beg the state governor to check those prisons also to see what they can do to those prisoners that are there. Okay. Our gallant officers are being killed again. I used to say it on this our beautiful radio. Federal government, please take care of them. Take care of the family of these gallant officers that are being killed. Yes. One day will come. They will call for recruitment. Nobody will go because of all this thing that is happening. May God help us in this country. God bless Nigeria. God bless Igbo FM. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you very much, Abdul, for your contribution right there. Hello, good morning to you.
Omo Efe, peace, Osa, me, re.
Right, you should stop breaking down my names like that, especially when you are unstable with us. I mean, today you are here, tomorrow you just disappear without even leaving a message. What's going on? Are you back from Malaysia?
Not Malaysia. I went to where it's happening. To go and see other countries. I know how the movement is going on.
All right. Welcome back, Bright. Good to have you this morning.
This is guys from Airport Road. As I come back now, look at, you're talking about the economy. We are here in Nigeria, praising that the economy is growing. IMF that is giving you money and telling you that your economy is not growing. And when you say it, they say you are painting your country black.
Yes.
Just like the last caller said, you can visit prisons and you see people who don't even deserve Focus police station. They are in prison. Common small clash. You see, because of big men against small men, they put them in prison. They will be their language. You go there and see young men. And when you ask about the offenses, you see flimsy offense or what I don't know about. Go and see prisons. Go even to the police stations and you see many boys there. Go there and see awaiting trials. It's a pity in this country. The only thing they know is about themselves. If they are not connected in this country, hi, your name is sorry. However, people are telling you that they are moving from party A to party B so that they will join themselves with progressive politics. And I look at them and laugh. What is history in Nigeria? One that Yasuaji you are praising now, when he was in his party, was he not the main opposition in Nigeria? Did he join other parties so that there will be more progress in his enclave or Southwest or Lagos? And when you are saying about that, as if to say we are children who don't know the history of Nigeria or who don't follow politics in Nigeria, when they want to say it, they say it because of. Let me tell you, go and check the record of all those people who are at the campaign. Is either they have seen that they are not progressing, or corruption, or how they come into office have leg. Go and check all of them.
All right.
Go and check all of them.
Okay.
What I'm saying in Nigeria is this: the more you don't want to do the right thing, the more the country is going down. But God forbid that, I pray, let the good people come on board.
All right.
And let there be progress, and the poor people will survive in this country.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Please.
Bright. And
Thank
welcome
you.
back. Thank you. All right, very quickly, let us take a look at the Facebook page and see the contributions that we have there. Other Francis Omaga Namani, watching us live from Amagunze in Enugu State, says, good morning and keep up the good work. Thank God it's Friday. Now, Mr. President should listen to calls by some eminent Nigerians and release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. He's went further to say that the new INEC chairman should do everything possible to restore sanity and credibility to our electoral process. Honestly, so many Nigerians have lost confidence in INEC, and these narratives must be corrected. Says thanks and God bless. Other Francis, thank you very much for your contribution this morning. Suleiman, good morning to you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Suleiman.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you calling from, please?
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, let me just make it briefly. First of all, I want to talk of this our new chairman.
Where are you calling from, Suleiman?
Yes, ma'am. So please, I want to ask him, or I want to advise him, he will check the mistake that happened during of other election. You know, if you want to correct the mistake that been happening, you must check the mistake that been happening. If not, we'll continue repeating the same mistake that happening. So please, I want to advise him, we should go and check where and where they make a big mistake, or more especially is the recent election that happened 2023. So he will check and see where the mistake happened, so that they will correct the mistake. And I wish him, may Almighty Allah guide him, give him the wisdom, give him a good commissioner who will work with them. Any person that want to use his head, where his head that to make bring a damage to the country, we pray in Almighty Allah drive that kind of people away from him.
Amen.
May Almighty Allah give him a good ambassador who will work with them, so that he will deliver our own country.
Amen.
Then lastly, like all people are saying of this pardon, I want to appeal to our president. Even last time I said in this your platform that please, we have some people even who deserve this card. If, like I always said, if you can forgive or you can pardon people like Mariam Sanda, I think the SP Abba Kyari is among the people that we beg him in the name of Allah. We know the kind of work that he worked in this country, that he will pardon that kind of person. We need his pardon. Please, he should just look at, I think, what is the crime that he committed is not like what Mariam Sanda has committed. So we beg our president in the name of Allah that please, he should pardon DSP Abba Kyari. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you very much, Suleiman. A crime is a crime, and one should not supersede the other. Let's quickly take a listen to the voice notes on the WhatsApp portal. Good morning.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Blessed on you from Niger State. Terrorists killed 3 policemen and how many vigilantes? This is that thing we have been talking about. This is the same people. They see our security agents, they will not spare them, they will kill them, and after they will rehabilitate them back to society. And the presidency want to drop a name of is it a name among the pardon criminal, whatever. The issue there is, why are you even pardoning them for the first time? Are they innocent of what they have been accused of? Anyway, that is my country for you. Then new terrorists, Wolo Wolo. Shebi they don't come now, mention their name, everybody was silent. Well, I pray that government will see a need to start now to tackle terrorists on what they are. And the another thing I still want to say is that is it they being harsh on these ones? What about the previous ones? Are they romancing with them or what? Let them. Terrorist is a terrorist, whether they new or the old. Had it been said they tackle the old one with the iron hand, maybe this new one could be thinking twice of coming out. But because they are petting the other ones, seeing them as the same Nigerian or petting them the way they pet the citizen. So why will another one not come?
All right, thank you very much. I just have to pause your voice note right there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Omo Efe Hajia. Greetings to you and may our day be blessed. My name is Triple D, sending this voice message from Waru. Well, Omo Efe, new INEC chairman confirmed. Well, Nigerians need a credible election. The new INEC chairman need to be fair, need to be honest to Nigerians. Because anything less of honesty from his office will further demoralize Nigerians. Because that seat that you see is a seat that will get it right. Once that INEC seat get it right in election, anybody coming to rule this country know that Wuru is over. So it is not easy to work against your principal officer for him to say this, to say that. Let's wait and see. Well, God will help us to get it right. That is just my major concern. God bless you and God bless Eagles FM family. Salasi, greetings.
Thank you very much, Triple D. Good morning.
Princess Omoefe, good morning. This is Anthony Witness speaking from Suleja.
Right.
Number one, new terror group in Nigeria. Would you blame them? As far as the handlers of Nigeria, the leaders of Nigeria are not serious over insecurity in this country. Arresting terrorists, pardoning them. People who do terrible things, pardoning them. And even settling with some of the terrorist leaders, giving them chieftaincy title in one place or the other, giving them money and all that in the name of settlement. Then every road of any terrorist group worldwide leads to Nigeria. Because those who are there are making it. In fact, they have their field day, uninterrupted operations, and even when they are arrested, they are released. So why will it not continue to rise? Finally, alleged smuggling of names in the pardon list. If I don't doubt that, it's a question of going to meet all those high-profile prisoners who have money to settle, and then remove names and smuggling another one. So I want to believe that there is something like that, and they need to properly screen it. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you very much. Honorable Edwards, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Honorable Edwards from Napo. I want to congratulate our new ANEC. They must talk very well. It was very well. I watched it from the beginning to the end. And if he can't compliment, if he can do what he said yesterday, then I think we'll be on the safer side. And then I want to talk about defecting from one political party to another. The constitution is so clear about it. There's nothing to argue about it. If there's a crisis in your political party, you can defect starting that particular. You can even use headlines of any national dailies to decamp. The constitution is so clear about it. If there's crisis, like for instance PDP, the crisis PDP is beyond control. If I'm a member of PDP, definitely I will defect to another political party. So most of the political party has given room for that. Look at the Labour Party; it's the same thing. They can't control their internal crisis, so that has given a lot of room for elected officers to decamp. And if we are going to have that constitution, that after winning election, you don't have the right to decamp from another political party to another one. In fact, this political party will even finish all our elected officers. So the constitution is so clear about it. They should decamp. Then the new security, what do you call it? That is now. That thing is within yourself. You can't continue keeping these boys within yourself. They are from another terrorist. Thank you and God bless.
All right, Honorable Edward, thank you very, very much. Samuel from Kuje says, I will not believe the new INEC chairman now until I see him match his words with action. The Jigawa rape and killing of a 3-year-old girl is evil, devilish, and occultic. The authorities should not spare the evil perpetrator. The mass defections of governors and senators to the ruling party shows that they have lost ideas of what governance is all about. Nnamdi Kanu's illness is not life-threatening, so they are waiting to hear that he is at the point of death, Abi. Meanwhile, new terrorist groups are springing up to kill innocent people in the country. God will judge. Have a fulfilled and safe day ahead. Thank you very much, Samuel, for that message. And then Lion Boy from First Generation Estate Local Goma says, good morning, Omoefe, and happy weekend. Nigeria is not on the list of African, fastest growing economy. You can now see that this administration has been misleading Nigerians on their growing economy, all thanks to IMF. Then, for those defecting to APC and other parties, let me remind them that they only have one vote. We have over 200 million Nigerians to decide. These politicians are not up to 10% 10% of our population. So it is the politicians against Nigerians come 2027. We will vote according to performance. We are not voting for parties. Lion Boy, thank you very much. And Comrade Ulobasi from Gwari says, as usual, the Senate has, rubber stamped, in the name confirmation and the name confirmation of the new appointed INEC chairman, Joash Amopiton. This happened even when amendments to the so-called electoral bill has suffered another contrived delay in order not to be made ready before 2027 elections. Now, it's very clear that there is a grand conspiracy by APC members in the National Assembly to bungle the proposed amendment to the electoral bills to allow their usual favorable manipulations of election results.